And we will keep you up to speed on all the latest election updates right through the day here on WION World is One. But time now here to shift focus and move on to the latest on the Venezuelan crisis. U.S. Vice President Mike Pence has asked the United Nations to revoke the UN credentials of the Nicolas Maduro government in Venezuela. Washington also asked the UN to recognize opposition leader Juan Guaido as Venezuela's legitimate president. Pence, the Vice President of the U.S., said that the U.S. had drafted a UN resolution and called on all states to support it.
Venezuela is a failed state. And as history teaches, failed states know no boundaries. Drug traffickers, criminal gangs, even terrorists like Hezbollah are exploiting the chaos in Venezuela to gain a foothold in the region and export crime and violence. Were we to let the crisis continue, the chaos and suffering will only spread.
Diplomats at the United Nations said that it is unlikely that Washington will get the support that it needs to adopt a measure in either the United States Security Council or the General Assembly. Speaking to reporters later, Pence said that all options are open for restoring freedom in Venezuela. Venezuelan ambassador to the United Nations hit back at Pence, saying that it was the U.S. that is to be blamed for the Venezuelan crisis.
So, let me tell you again, we are working with all relevant UN agencies in order to assist our population. But we are not asking for donations. We are not asking for professionals. We are asking for a neutral channel, a neutral vehicle that allow our money and our country to participate in the international markets and get the stuff that we need to live. The problem is that the war of attrition that the United States is waging against Venezuela right now is scaring away all relevant legal partners and nations.
In Cuba, Communist Party leader Raul Castro said that his country would never abandon its old ally, Venezuela. Castro said that Cuba will not succumb to Washington's blackmail, adding that his country has upped its defense preparedness in view of increased U.S. hostility.
La disposición a convivir civilizadamente, pese a las diferencias, en una relación de paz, respeto y beneficio mutuo con los Estados Unidos. También hemos señalado con toda claridad que los cubanos estamos preparados para resistir un escenario de confrontación que no deseamos y esperamos que las mentes más equilibradas en el gobierno norteamericano lo puedan evitar.
Back home in Venezuela, Guaido asked citizens to protest against the Maduro government. Guaido also called on the army and public servants to stage public rallies demanding for fresh elections. The crisis in Venezuela has worsened in the past months. Venezuela is struggling with food and medicine shortage and hyperinflation. This has been coupled with power outages, leading to cutting off water supplies and cell phone services. According to the United Nations, about 2.8 million Venezuelans are in need of health care. The lives of 300,000 people are at risk as they have not had access to treatment for cancer, diabetes and HIV for over a year now. Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro said that he has reached an agreement with the International Red Cross to bring humanitarian aid into Venezuela. Remember, Maduro has time and again denied that his country is suffering from any sort of humanitarian crisis. He maintains that it is indeed U.S. sanctions that is to be blamed for Venezuela's economic woes.